right, everybody, we're live. Welcome to Something Geeky in Our Collection, episode 4. I'm Chris C, the slasher dude, aka Chris C, the anime geeky dude, and everything geeky and fantasy and sci-fi and just everything cool. Joined by my cohort here, John Doe Juggalo, aka Jeffrey. How you doing there, Jeff?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, man? How's everybody in the chat doing?
Good. He's at Jeffrey here's had a busy last week and stuff like that, having fun down where the Orbit parts are at with Bob's Blu-ray, Tony, Tim Talks Talkies. He just recently had his birthday. Happy birthday, Tim, by the way. Awesome dude. Kind of check out his channel. He's a geek like us and stuff like that. He loves anime like we do. He has some stuff I'm very jealous of. He has an Akira Steelbook that I'm very jealous of. That'll be mentioned in a future stream. That awesome anime, all time, of course, like that. And so yeah, it's all good. Let's check the chat. Of course, you said hi to everybody. I did. Of course, man, Hall & Oates is here, so now we can officially begin everything geeky. Corey, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Check out his channel too. Yeah, great channel that he does. Great conversations that he does.
And he's even better in person than he is on stream.
Yeah.
He was down there with us this weekend too.
Very nice. We have
great guy.
Of course, we have Mom Doe here. Thanks for joining us, Miss Mom. It's always cool seeing her in here. And Mr. Walker, what is going on? Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Johnny Boutique's podcast. It's great to have him back. Very cool dude. He doesn't BS around. Awesome guy. Has a great content, stuff like that. Doing stuff with Brad and Pop's Movie Dungeon, all those guys. Thanks for joining and saying hi. I really appreciate it. And so yeah, Jeff, just go ahead and talk about your trip to orbit and all that stuff too, with Mr. Bob's Blu-rays and all the boys there.
Oh yeah, so we all met up over in Knoxville, Tennessee last weekend. We went and shopped a whole bunch of places over there in Knoxville. We went to a flea market, a McKay's, and then we drove over to Asheville, North Carolina, and we went to Orbit DVD, and we went to a Mr. K's record store over there.
Oh. How was
and
that?
Mr. K's was awesome, I thought. And so was the McKay's store as well. Because I like to find good deals on just regular normal stuff anyways. But Orbit was, Orbit's just out of this world. They always have a whole bunch of awesome stuff. Now everything they have in store for the most part you can find on their website except for these posters. I don't think they list the big posters. They do sell their 11 by 17s.
Okay.
And I know that our buddy Ryan with Ryan's with Movies, he got one of those. He got a Japanese art. I believe it was Japanese art, but that might have been his shirt. But it was for the movie House. It had the orange cat on it.
I need to get that Criterion release. I heard that film's a trip. I heard that film's a trip. I know one of the guys I follow recently did his review on that. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I get jealous of that, having an awesome kind of boutique type of place like that within distance. I'd be like
it's not
addict
too
in a crack
terrible.
House. You just see all this stuff too, and it's like going, yeah, I'll just use my credit card, no problem, it's fine. My money's good here. So
but yeah, it was let's see. So it was obviously I was there. We had Bob's Blu-rays there, Tim's Talkies, Tony from Basement Blues, the table of the community, the one that holds us all up. He was there holding us all up.
Kiss the ring. That's right. Y'all paid tribute.
We had Johnny. What's Johnny watching? We had Wilkie, Corey from Wilkie's Music and Movies.
I saw him on the picture there.
And we have Film Addiction, Cody, and Ryan.
Toby's awesome. Ryan. He's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool.
And all that was all of us that stayed together. And then we had a few other friends and some spouses and stuff. And then once we got to Orbit, Dell on Movies rode over and met us all at Orbit and was kind of hanging out as well. So we didn't really have any plans except for Orbit on Saturday around noon. And that was really the only thing that kind of stuck. Everything else was just kind of as it happened.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
But I got enough stuff to last me a year. So you won't be seeing any pickups from me this year.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be taking a break, calming down, as you like to
calming
say.
down. Got to calm the hell down. Absolutely. Yeah. So, like I say, something geeky in our collection. We just go through stuff that's geeky, anime, sci-fi, even sci-fi horror. Can put that in there. Fantasy, just all these films that we love. I've been, of course, for people new here, really anime was my first kind of real introduction into loving film. Just these cult-like anime films like Ninja Scroll, like Akira, like these visceral animes and stuff like that, where when I was younger, when I was like in my teens, 16 years old and stuff like that, I used to sneak VHS tapes into my parents' front room, put them in the VCR where they were sleeping, make sure that shit's on mute, because there can be some stuff that, they would, my father would probably kick my ass for what I watched. And, there's drama, there's everything in this genre, and just like fantasy films like Legend and sci-fi films, like the Star Treks and the Star Wars. So all that good stuff. We're going to be talking about this anime film today, part of our showcase, which is Fireworks. First off, I really like this. I did not think I would like this as much as I did. What do you think about it, Jeff?
So I liked it so much that I watched it so I ordered it after last episode from Hamilton Book. It's still there if anybody wants it. It's $5.
Yes, it is.
Buy it.
Yeah,
buy it.
It's worth it.
It's worth every penny. But I liked it so much, I turned around and watched it with my daughter today after school before we did this stream, because I wanted to watch it again and it be fresh in my mind, and she loved it too. So to me, that's a win. Like when it can pull in a grown adult and a kid, that's a good pull for me.
Yeah. There'll be a film that I'll mention.
And she understood everything. She's basically 10 years old, and she understood everything that was going on in this movie.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
Understood there's a lot of sidelines where it's talking about like perspective and how you see things, and like almost like a Groundhog Day scenario.
Yes. I was thinking that it mixes almost everything, all the tropes you can say in the anime genre. You got sci-fi in here. You got time travel, like you say, a version of Groundhog Day. So basically, what it is they're, high schoolers, I guess you can say, all school kids. She and her parents are moving because her mom remarries this dude, and they plan on leaving. So you kind of don't know that at the start. This dude back here, him and his buddies, they're swimmers. So it's interesting. She has like this rock, you can say, the stone that she finds in the ocean around that area. And it's a very interesting scenario where they do a swim race. Basically, originally it's his friend who wins. And I like the dynamic between the two friends here. I like through them in general, where he's telling this dude like, yeah, she's really cool, she's cute and all this stuff too, where he kind of likes her too. It's weird like that, where he ends up winning because he hits his head, because he sees the stone drop. He picks that up. There's a scenario where he's supposed to meet, the friend is supposed to meet her at his father's, I think, or her dad's, or at this doctor's hospital or something that it is, right? Because he gets injured. So he happens to show up first, not him. There's this scenario that happens. He gets into a fight with his friend, which I kind of like about that. It's kind of weird. Then he throws the rock, and then it just hits the sign, I think, or stops. Really trippy. What do you think about that whole kind of idea there, Jeff, about this whole stone and what it can do? Because they never really explain that in this film.
I mean, so I assume because they were thinking, like, at one point the guy said, "Oh, this is like a fireworks show."
Yes. They're kind of talking
because
about
they
that
never
too,
really explain. They never really explain where it came from, except for the fact that it fell out of her bag when she was
her bag
from her parents.
I like the conversation with fireworks where they said at the start, which is very funny, which is interesting, are fireworks round or are they flat? and they're like, they make a bet and stuff like that, and that comes into play later, which is very, very, very cool. And just share it right here. Basically, clips from the film and stuff like that for what it's called. I haven't seen Your Name yet, so it was directed by Yukihiro Miyamoto, and writers. I recognize the writers here and stuff like that. These are from the same people who did Your Name. So it's a love story, and I really like all the characters in this anime. I'm really shocked that I did. You know what I mean? It's like they're all likable, and this is a really good slice of life drama sci-fi story. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, see, and it kind of discouraged me because like I was thinking, man, I really liked this movie, so I went and put it in my letterbox, and then you get to that thing where you go down the rabbit hole a little bit, you start looking at other reviews. Yeah, and this isn't a very highly rated. Like, this isn't a highly reviewed movie. Like, people give it basically like under a 2.5 out of 5. Like, it sits like a 4.2 out of 10 or like a 2.3 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
So like, it's not really a highly regarded anime, but I absolutely enjoyed it. Like I said, I watched it and I'm like, man, my daughter would really like this. And then we all sat down and watched it as a family again today before we decided to sit down and do this stream, and we all liked it. It was really good. So
yeah, like I said, with this poster, I do remember seeing this, and this was done during a different time. This was done during 2017, so this is about a year, 2 years before the pandemic hit and all this other stuff. And you can kind of tell it's a little bit different. There's a difference between this and Bella, and I liked Bella, but I like Fireworks just a little bit more. And it's a good slice of life. It's a really good. It's a good anime film. And
the animation is top notch.
Oh yeah.
Like this okay, so this Blu-ray was beautiful, but if this came out on 4K, I would buy it in a heartbeat because there were so many colors in it. When when they're doing the fireworks, like that spot, like that last part at the end. I guess you would call it Act 3.
Yeah.
When when he's standing there and they're making these little noises when they explode, and it's like a painting almost. And he's like, this isn't what fireworks look like. I'm looking at that and I'm like, you know how beautiful this would look with HDR?
Dude,
it would probably it would just be flabbergasting.
Where they're going to find out if when the fireworks, because there's this festival happening and there's going to be fireworks, so they decide all the friends decide to go to see if they're round or flat. Right, and one of the kids mentions go to the lighthouse, right, and that starts this sequence of events. Going to the lighthouse. There's a scene too towards the end where everything looks like it's inside of the sphere, which I liked a lot. Where they didn't look like fireworks, right, because they're all kind of diagonal. They all look weird, so you realize, oh, dude, this is a different reality. Specifically, the ending kind of makes you think about it. Like, right, when there's a spoiler a little bit with the ending, there's a roll call and somebody's not there. And I'm like, what's kind of going on here? You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of weird. I like it. I like that. That's an old school anime thing they used to do in films where they kind of leave you a little bit like where you can interpret what the ending is. It can be kind of whatever ending you want to be. And I really like that. Like I say, it's a different type of filmmaking. I have not seen Your Name, but I have heard of it, and I've heard Your Name is really good. So
this does do like alternate realities.
It does it very well. Yeah.
Because every time something doesn't happen with the way that he wants it to happen with the girl, he decides he wants to throw that magical ball and change and like rotate and go back to a certain time. And that's where the Groundhog Day comes in.
Yes.
And every time he throws it, the fireworks are different. So I really enjoyed that. But then you get to the end and like you said, they leave it to interpret whether or not they're in the original reality they were in, or whether they've created their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a beautiful thing to think about, because if they created their own, it would be beautiful. Like,
right.
This was definitely one of my favorite that I've watched so far with us doing this. so far this has been one of the best ones we've picked.
Yeah, I have to agree. Grats to Guy. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. He's not feeling too hot and stuff like that. So hopefully he gets better and stuff like that, and he'll be back in the panel probably next time we do this and stuff like that. So he was the one that chose this and stuff like that for the idea. He's the one that said, yeah, this is in Hamilton Books for cheap, and you can find some certain animes there for cheap. I think Your Name had a steel book. I remember seeing it at Target, but like I said, it's been forever. So, but yeah, it's good English cast of characters and stuff like that. There's the animation changes for like a minute where it's all like looks like it's hand drawn and stuff like that through cells, which I really liked a lot because so it kind of showed the difference. So I was very happy about that. Basically, yeah. So she wants to run away. So he tries to help her. So there's a scene where the mom and the stepfather try to take her back and stuff like that, and the stepdad punches him like hard. Then all of a sudden he changes the timeline again, reverses it. So he's like, okay. Then he decides to do, because he knows the dude is going to punch him, which I really liked a lot. So he's able to dodge that and take her and then go and go on the train. She does a good singing sequence here, a la Beauty and the Beast a little bit. So I like that. It's good 3D animation mixed in with actual animation, which I liked a lot. This is probably the best I've seen it. I've seen Bella did it very good. This does it really exceptionally well because I think they're experimenting with it. So
well, and it made all the fast moving parts of the movie because there's not a lot of fast moving parts, but there's a couple of times like when the kid's running towards the other kid in the bridge, like on the bridge and stuff.
Yeah,
the way that they did the animation, all the fast action stuff was really nice and smooth, and it almost looked like you were standing there with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like almost outside of animation, it was so well done.
Yeah, just like I say, just an all in all a great. Damn, that's a good picture. That's an awesome shot. Pretty much that's and just a really cool kind of ending scene and stuff like that too. He explains to her what's going on and how to kind of do it, but it's really like I say, just the Japanese voice cast here. Of course, watch the English cast. A lot of people I did recognize, and yeah, all in all, it's a great film. Of course, more like this, Over the Sky, I've heard about. A lot of these have been on Netflix in the past. So if you have Netflix and stuff like that, just kind of just go into their anime section. I know they have it. Just punch it in. I'm sure some films like this would catch up. Weathering Here with You is another one I kind of want to see. I've heard really good things about that too.
Now that right there, where I just seen that other fireworks, is this one based off of an older live action?
No, I don't.
Because when I would search fireworks, I had a live action one
from
1997 that kept popping.
Me too. Yeah, 97. So that was made a while back. I don't think so. Basically, the plot for this, in a sci-fi tingled story of a young love and teenage turmoil, a mysterious glowing ball offers Norimichi a second chance at securing his dream date. Yeah, so, it shows the scene kind of right here where he hits his foot and stuff like that, too. So that's why he has to go to the hospital like that. It's really good. It's funny with the teacher and stuff like that, too. The kids kind of know that she's going out with somebody. I like that. I thought that was pretty funny. Thought that was good for what it is. But yeah, just everything, the animation, everything is done like really well with this. So it's definitely a motion picture that was put in the theater. So I was really happy with it. But really, just for my reviews and kind of what I think about the film, yeah, this gets a good 7 out of 10 for me. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, but yeah, this gets a good 7 out of 10 for me. I like it a lot.
I'm giving it like an 8.5 out of 10, probably a 4. Like I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I'll be watching this one more than just one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Yeah. If it's highly rewatchable, then yeah, absolutely. That's why we do this. All right, let's see who else is in here. Wild Wrangler, what's up, my friend? Love Wild Wrangler. He's always in the chats, dude. He loves all the stuff I love too. He loves everything. So he gives me slasher film suggestions of films I have not heard of, and I'm like, I really literally have to take notes. So he's an awesome dude. Rob Romano, aka the Lost Boy. What's up, my friend? Thanks for joining. Seeing what's going on. So I said Hollins here. Yeah, shout out to Caveman. I hope he feels better soon. Oh, yeah, he will. He'll be back better than ever and stuff like that. It's just cold where he's at and stuff like that. And he's older than my bony self, too. So the cold affects him as well. So it's very crazy. And speaking of Tony, here he is, Basement Blues. What's going on, Tony? What's going on? Awesome, dude. If you don't are not subscribed to him, you need to check your mentions. And,
you need to get over there and hit that subscribe button right now.
Yeah, slash that subscribe. Put the black gloves on and dissect the like and dissect the subscribe button. Everybody out there, Freddie Slash from my man Chris. I appreciate that. Well, thank you. So very cool.
Yeah,
Texas Hardcore is here. What's going on? Good to see you stopping by, Russ. Thank you very much. Like I said, this genre is not for everybody, but it just works out. But like I say, this is why I love the genre of anime so much. This is why it can be action, it can be horror, to tell you the truth, which is a rarity in anime, but you can find it. You can find it.
Horror. There's some good horror too. When you find it, it's really good.
Yeah, and but this one, blew it out of the park for me. Like I say, if you find it on Hamilton Book, pick it up. It's like what, $5? It's like,
I think it was $4.99, and I believe the shipping
$4.99. So definitely check that out.
I believe the shipping is like $3 or $4.
Yeah, it's like
the shipping is like $3 or $4. They have lots of other movies that are $5 and under. Like you can get away with, even after shipping, you can get away with 2 or 3 movies for $20.
Oh, Hamilton Book is the place.
And
that's the place to go. Yeah. Johnny's Boutiques, Mr. Walker, he's a huge Herschel Gordon Lewis fan. That's my next slasher Saturday, Blood Feast, 1963. So there's other Herschel Gordon Lewis stuff there. They do Arrow stuff too. Not too bad of a price. I think they get down to $15. I think is the cheapest I've seen it. Maybe more, maybe less. But I'll always rec Hamilton Books for like all that good stuff. So it's very cool. But like I say, Fireworks, highly recommend.
I had been using Hamilton Book for a couple of years, and then about 6 or 8 months ago, Ken got on his channel and started telling everybody about Hamilton Book. I'm like, dude, stop telling everybody my secret.
Yeah.
It's where I get all my good deals, because they got some good stuff on there. You can get some good Arrows and even Vinegar Syndrome on there.
Web exclusives, and they'll just go into their web exclusive section. One of them particularly, it's a off topic a little bit. It's a horror by Umberto Lenzi, I think. No, it's kind of like a horror film from Sergio Martino. That's what it's called. Full Moon released it with a slip. I think Dirk pre-ordered that. So, or ordered that from them. So, but Hamilton Book and stuff like that. You like anime and stuff like that, but I check out Fireworks. Wild Mentions, he needs to probably revisit that, but definitely. Genocyber, yes, I do know about that body horror. There's a YouTube channel that I watch. He's called the 80s Guy. He does dark synth music and stuff like that with anime clips and stuff like that. I check out the 80s Guy. Check out that channel. It's so fucking sweet. It's like continuously going on, kind of like another synth channel I follow called Prime Thanatos. That's another person I'd highly recommend. It's really good stuff. But Genocyber. I can find that on Amazon. Genocyber was originally released through a U.S. Manga Corps. That's a story for another time. Central Park Media, a story for another time. So definitely there. So okay, I'll just start from. I'll start from what I watched from the stack that you awesome people picked for me to watch. First off is this masterpiece of films in OAVs, Megazone 23 collection. So the only one I hadn't seen was Megazone 23 Part 3. This character, Eve, is character designed is by the legendary, his last name is Mikimoto, Haruhiko Mikimoto. Haruhiko Mikimoto is the character designer for Macross, a.k.a. the first season or the first part of Robotech. If y'all don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. Watch the opening. It's one of the greatest animated series of all time. It's my all-time favorite. I think it's on par with Star Wars. That's just my opinion as that's just my opinion as a story-wise person. But nonetheless, Megazone 23, the whole story takes place what you think is Earth. It's like the city. You don't know what's going on. Is the city is like this spaceship, and there's an alien war going outside. So definitely from the minds of Shoji Kawamori, the creator of Macross and stuff like that too. Basically, part 3 follows. It's like a few hundred years after that war happened. They are on Earth right now, but they're still enclosed in the city. And basically, through technology and stuff like that, they end up. This dude and he finds this character Eve. She's what you call a creator and a virtual idol. So she's a virtual idol. Everyone thinks she's just a virtual idol, that she's not real. No, she actually is real. She's one of the creators. The main character from the first 2 films was supposed to reawaken her, but that never happened. So he ends up finding her with this suit right here that's called a Garland. So it's basically a motorcycle that transforms into a mech robot. Coolest shit ever. And he finds her. Then you figure out I was supposed to be reawakened and supposed to basically lead you all to Earth, to Earth and stuff like that. Figured out that they're already there. The city was starting to through technology, start to go through the Force and all this other stuff too. It's still green, but you start to see the destruction that it was starting to cause. It's a good ending. It's an early 90s anime and stuff like that, so it goes right to the point. So it's good. I like it a lot. I'll give it as the whole series as a whole, Megazone 23. The first Megazone 23, by the way, aka Robotech the movie. So I have this on VHS. I have part 1 on VHS. I also have a Hong Kong DVD set of the films. Yeah, I like Megazone 23 a lot. If you like classic 90s anime, I would check it out. And I just buy the whole saga like this. I got this pretty cheap off of Amazon. It was like maybe $20 or something like that. But as a whole, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I like the classic anime stuff. So yeah, Megazone 23, I like it a lot. I would check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good there. Right there, Jeff, go ahead.
So for the animated film I watched this time was Book of Life.
Oh, okay.
And this was a fun one. So it was about this guy here. He's a bullfighter, and he's trying to be able to marry this girl that he's in love with, because it's like arranged marriage and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was really, like I said, it was really fun. It was a bunch of like a lot of just partying. It felt like, because it was about the Book of the Dead.
Right, the Book of Life.
It says the Book of Life, but it was about the Book of the Dead and
Necronomicon,
and the Day of the
yeah.
the holiday that it talks about is
what's it called?
The Day of the Dead holiday.
Most Muerta or something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
But yeah. The Day of the Dead, or yeah. They celebrate that over there. Huh?
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro actually produced this.
Okay, who released that? Was it DreamWorks?
It was 20th Century.
Oh, okay. Who knows? We might see it. Sony has their catalog, so we'll find out. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't that old of a movie. There may be a 4K of it already, because I think this is only like 2016, right? Let me see.
That's true. Yeah. 4K hasn't been around that long.
2014. So it probably doesn't have a 4K because it's right before 4K came out. But the Blu-ray looked really good.
Nice.
I found this for a couple dollars thrifting, so I don't know exactly where you would find it at, but I believe I seen it on Hamilton Book for like $6.97. So I think it was like $7 or something on there.
Very nice.
I would buy this. This was a good time. Like I said, it's not very long. It's about a 95-minute movie or so, which I dig because I get tired of all the really long movies.
Me too.
95 minutes, yeah. So it's everything we used to have in the 80s and 90s for a kid's animated film, you know.
Right. Yeah, isn't that
It's
that's so
quick and it
cool.
gets to the point. Uh, but the animation in this was really awesome. Um, I, like I said, I would give it a 4 out of 5, probably an 8 out of 10. And the only reason I would probably rate it as low as I do is because it doesn't pertain to me. I know nothing about this holiday. There's nothing in this movie that's particularly aimed at a 35-year-old white male. But it was still a good time. Like it
Yeah.
was still a fun time, especially if you have kids or anything, or you just like to kick back and have a good time with an animated movie. I would highly suggest this one.
Very nice. Good review, Jeff. That's very cool. Yeah, I agree with that. It's okay. I'm a 44, soon to be 45-year-old man. So I'll, it's the same thing with some of those and stuff like that. I got to take it with, just enjoy it and just think, yeah, that's what the youngins are into right now. So I got to look at it in their shoes and stuff like that, what they deal with. So no, that's very
Well,
cool.
and if we just remember that all of this is all of this is perspective, and it's all opinion based, and
Objective. That's right.
as long as we're enjoying it, that's all
Yeah.
that really matters.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be out there if somebody didn't enjoy it, anyways.
Right.
So,
Exactly. And Johnny mentions I'll be in the tree for Blood Feast. I'm sure I heard it's a fun time. Wild Wrangler, you're absolutely correct. Robotech is good by the legendary Carl Masek. He didn't create the 3 series that it's based off of, but what he did to bring it here to the States and put it on television is legendary. It's one of the greatest stories of all time to get that series and take 3 anime series, put it into one saga and put it out, and 65 episodes. You never get that. And that's why really, and it got a resurgence in the 90s and stuff and was played on public television. And yeah, I'm going off going off right there. I have not seen All Souls Day, 2005 horror film. I've heard about it. Have you seen All Souls Day there, Jeff? Oh, you may have for a second. It looks interesting, but I have heard of All Souls Day, and it's God, I remember seeing a trailer for it, but yeah, it's been a minute. So
yeah, I've never heard of it before.
Interesting. I definitely have to check it out. All right, let's go into the one I was very impressed with. I've had this for a while, and I'm shocked I never watched it until now, until you all chose it. I was really impressed. I didn't think I'd be this impressed, and that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Holy shit. Holy shit.
That was good, wasn't it?
This has something for everybody. This is for adults and this is for young adults. This is for kids. They followed the comic that Brian Michael Bendis did. He created the Miles Morales character. He also completed the original kind of character. The Miles Morales character, it kind of spoiler a little bit. The Peter Parker in this world does die. So basically, Miles is this ordinary, very smart kid whose father is a cop, a police officer in New York. I like the way it starts. They do the comic books. They do all this stuff too. They say, "Hi, my name is Peter Parker." They go through the Sam Raimi stuff, which I loved a lot. They literally go through that. It's like going, "Yeah, I saved the city. I fell in love." They show that awesome kiss scene where he's hanging upside down and Mary Jane is right there. They did that perfectly, in my opinion. I've loved I like all Spider-Man films for what they are. None of them have disappointed me. The least on the list for those that I thought was kind of bland was Far From Home. I didn't like that one as much as maybe I thought I would. It was a bit too long. But this one starts out action from start to finish. I love the animation style. Sony Animation killed it with this. Basically, when Peter Parker dies by the hands of the Kingpin, and I really like the Kingpin character in here. He has that accent and stuff like that from where he's from. And basically the Kingpin kills him because his family, his wife and child died. And so he's trying to open up this alternate reality to get them back from the multiverse, basically. Makes this machine. Spider-Man is trying to fight it off. He goes against like a monster version of Green Goblin. And what happens is the machine ends up working. A big explosion happens and then stuff changes. And Peter, before he dies, basically tells the Kingpin, says you can't bring him back, and he takes him out. He takes him out like he's the Kingpin. He took him out, and then all of a sudden you get another story. Hi, my name is Peter B. Parker. And then you figure out what's going on. I almost thought that was the voice of Jonah Hill. By the way, Nicolas Cage has a voice of one of the Spider-Man in here. I knew that as soon as I saw that. That's so fucking cool. He did the Noir Spider-Man. Yeah, so the Noir Spider-Man picks up in here. I want them to do a single movie just on his character. Nicolas Cage can play him. Please, God, just do it.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. So basically, they're all stuck in this world. They have to get back. They have to get back because reality's starting to mess around. All this other stuff. They all have their tragic backstories, which, my goodness, because Miles has a family. He also has an uncle, which he goes to see and stuff like that. Because he's a spray painter, all this other stuff. I like Miles' character a lot. It's very good. There's some gut punch scenes in here. I did not think they would go that route. I really didn't. That's what kind of impressed me and shocked me about this. Of course, Gwen Stacy is in here. Spider Gwen, they don't say that. They call her Spider Woman or something, or Spider Girl. But she ends up here. All the other Spider-Verse people pop up here. The Norse Spider-Man. You have the Spider. You have the girl with the mech from the Japanese version of Spider-Man or whatever like that. That was really cool. You have the Spider Pig. I thought that was hilarious. Cartoon character. That's all, folks, can do that. And there's a scene where there's a fight against him and the Scorpion. And the Scorpion, which is pretty cool because the Scorpion's like, what is he, like Latino or Cuban or something like that? Because he's talking, and
yeah, I mean he's of some sort of Hispanic descent.
Yeah, and it's really cool where he's all like, oh, what, you don't like cartoons and stuff like that, and he takes the hammer and just runs roughshod in him. I like this a lot. Of course, it leads into part 2 of this saga that they're doing, so they are going to do a third one. So I can't wait to check that one out. They do Mary Jane, or they introduce Mary Jane's character. That's a really funny scene. That's just great. I want to get you, I love to get you bread. Yes, I need to get you bread. It's so funny. Really good stuff. I highly recommend this to everybody. If you like superhero films, this gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I gave it like 8 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd and a heart. I really like this one a lot. This is a good Spider-Man film. This is how Spider-Man films are. They just all good. Really, they are. They just seem to work. And really cool. They introduced this new type of universe in here. And they explain this story pretty good. So yeah, I like it a lot. That's Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Do you have part 2?
I do not yet. I've seen it at Walmart at Steelbook.
So you're about to get it now, huh?
Wait, I got to calm down with that, but because I wasn't thinking about going to Walmart today after watching Tony's vid on that and stuff like that. My Walmart's not like that. It doesn't have a wall like that, but it does have
my
section
Walmart
for
has
steelbooks.
no steelbooks.
But if you haven't seen it, yeah, check it out. If you like superhero films and stuff like that, this is it. And Sony's been really doing a good job for this. It's no wonder they don't want to give it up. I know why they don't want to do it.
I mean,
know they don't want it.
And honestly, this isn't to take anything away from that one because I really enjoy that one as well. But Across the Spider-Verse is even better. So I don't know how, but they happen to get just a little bit better when that movie. I do like the ending. The ending's hilarious, where they go really retro with the cartoon. That's really funny with the character that they introduce in the second film. So I really like that a lot. So yeah, it's all good with that. So awesome here. Right there, Jeff. What's your second film there? So the second one that I watched was Repo Man.
Oh yeah.
Now this was different. I had no idea what I was getting into. I had never seen it, obviously.
The radioactive car.
My mom bought this for me for Christmas. I would have been very happy if I would have just stumbled across it on my own, but I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have went into a Barnes and Nobles and been like, "Oh, that looks cool. I want to grab that." I don't think I would have picked this up for $40. you know?
Yeah.
But now that I've watched it, if somebody else brings this out in a really nice big box edition, like if this comes out in a big Arrow box or something, I'm getting this movie again. This was a fun time. So it's got Emilio Estevez in it, which is crazy because I swear, as I was growing up, there was a new Emilio Estevez movie I was watching every week.
How
I mean,
young
I was
does
a
he
90s
look in
kid.
that? He looks extremely young in that. He seems to keep his age pretty well through films, but he looks extremely young.
Yeah, he looks pretty young in this. I might be wrong because, you know, like I said, I'm not of the time,
right.
But this isn't too far off of Maximum Overdrive, right?
It's
Maximum
not. It's
Overdrive
definitely a genre film. There is talk about a remake of that one. That would not work. Yeah.
Yeah. Time wise, like this was 84. And I believe
86, I think.
I believe that one was like 86. So he looks about the same age. But heck, a couple weeks ago I watched Judgment Night, and Judgment Night is 93. And he looks the same age in that as he does in this. Like
I need to check out Judgment Night. I haven't watched Judgment
Night. But like as a 90s kid, and my mom and my mom was such a big fan of Emilio Estevez, you know, growing up. And the only reason I know that is just because like I felt like I had seen pretty much all of his movies, because it was like every week we were getting a new one from Blockbuster, you know. But I don't recall ever seeing this one. This is Criterion, obviously.
Yeah.
So I would wait on a Barnes and Noble sale or an Amazon getting close to matching it. Like if Amazon's matching Barnes and Noble at like a 45%, and you can get it for like $21.99 and not have to get 3 movies. Like if you're just getting one. So what I suggest, because I do this with Criterion sales, if there's a Criterion sale going on, I go to Amazon if I'm only looking to get one movie, because Criterion's website makes you spend $75 to get free shipping. Yeah. But if you're already paying for it from Amazon, you can pay you're only paying like $1.50 more than what you would pay from Barnes and Nobles or Criterion, but you're saving on all your shipping. So you actually get it less if you just need to buy a single movie. So if you find this on a sale on Amazon for like $21, $22, $23-ish dollars, I would jump on this. This is worth up. I would say this would be worth up to like about $25 or so, only because I know it goes on sale for as low as $19.99. It does certain times of the year.
That's how I got it. Yeah, that's how I got
it. But I would say that regularly, if you just happen to see it on Amazon for $25 and you want a really out of this world type of 80s movie, like this totally feels like it is from the 80s. There is no denying it's an 80s movie. The whole atmosphere of it, everything it's about, the types of things that happen in it. Like there's a spot where they open up this trunk and this dude just disappears. He gets like eaten by this thing, by this living source that's in this trunk. Right. And that's where the repo man just drive around with this thing in their trunk.
Their trunk. Yeah.
It leaves people in their shoes.
Yeah. It's so funky. It's a WTF type of a film. You like it as the car starts glowing. Literally, the star card starts glowing. You see everybody go up, try to get to it and stuff like that, because they know it's there, and they just burn their shit, you know, just their hand. What the, you know, they can't help it. Funny shit in that.
But yeah, this was another one that on Letterboxd I gave it 4 out of 5, and I'd say it's a solid 8.5 out of 10, maybe a 9. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Because that was a first time watch, and I'm sure there's things that I missed. But this, like I said, this totally felt like it was out of the 80s. And if you do Criterion and you don't have this one, your Criterion collection is lacking.
No, it's
and I don't even have that many. Like I just got a new one on vacation, and I only have like 12 or 13 Criterions. But this is a must-have, in my opinion.
Very nice.
So I'm glad they got that picked up. So, but I would say scoop it up on a Criterion sale, or Amazon regularly has it for about $25. It's worth $25 if you don't want to wait until a July or September or whatever. So,
absolutely, no, I totally agree with that. No, it's an all-timer. It's a genre film, but it's one of the all-timers. I like it a lot, stuff like that. See, Brad is here. What's going on, Brad? AKA the dealer, AKA the pastor. What is going on, my friend? Brent, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, Steelbook. Repo Man also excellent. Yeah, that's Steelbook, man. I remember seeing the Vestron with the slip at Walmart, never got it, and then all of a sudden the Steelbook comes out. I'm like, I'm kind of weird like that, you know. It's like no slip, no dip type of an attitude and stuff like that. It's very good for what it is.
Yeah, they got those new Vestron steels going on now. They're not technically out yet, but Walmart's selling them to you. If they have them in stock, they'll sell it to you right now. Little Monsters and Shivers. So
Shivers is a nice looking steelbook. I already have the Vestron release with the slip Shivers, but I know Tony's showing that off. That's a nice.
I don't have very many. I don't have very many Vestrons. Yeah, I don't have very many Vestrons. I think I only have 3, and one of them is the Candyman 3, but it's not in the Vestron slip. It's in that special one they did last Halloween.
I have the ones.
So I don't even have like numbers.
I still need to check that out. People shit on the Day of the Candyman Day of the Dead so bad. It's like they really do. But I have a good kind of collection like that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, it's
a big fan of
Vestron, Man. So yeah. How much are you really out? I mean, they're charging what, $12 to $15?
That's the thing. It's like it's a cheap, you can say boutique type of a label. Like the latest one they released, their latest release was Blue Steel, and I was waiting for that. I'm like, oh hell yes, you know. Blood Diner is another one I have to pick up from them, and some other ones, not like all of them, but there's like Extreme Prejudice. Like I love all the stuff that the Vestron's been releasing. It's been very very, very cool. You'll like Repo Man. Repo Man there, Corey. Like I said, it's a genre film. It's during like the Reagan administration type of days. You know, let the kids play type of an attitude and all this other stuff too. So it's like, it's very good. So yeah, I like it a lot. So
it definitely felt kind of horror-ish as well. Like it's definitely sci-fi.
Post-apocalyptic.
So it definitely fits into our Something Geeky with sci-fi, but it definitely had horror elements. Like if you're not a horror fan, I could see where you may not like it, but if you dig horror or you don't mind horror, then you're gonna know. I mean, you're gonna notice there are some horror aspects to it. I mean, guys lift up their trunk and they just disappear. So there's just like smoke coming out of shoes.
It's almost like Quentin Tarantino watched it, because there's shades of Repo Man in Pulp Fiction, just with the two characters, right? It's weird. It's like, wow. It's like, but yeah, it's definitely a film ahead of its time. I know they're trying. Maybe there was talk of a new remake film. You can't do that. I think there's some films you shouldn't touch and stuff like that. You can make a film like that. A film like that would not work. The board would be like, oh, hell no, you are not putting this in theaters. You're going to get sued. A lot of stuff.
I wish they would just go back and, like, if they're going to keep, I mean, they're always going to keep doing remakes, but I just wish they'd start going back and remaking movies that were based on good adaptations that were bad. Like video game movies that totally sucked. Why don't they go back and try to make a new video game movie that doesn't suck?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Dungeons or like what's it called? Yeah, I'll think about it in a second. So the series that was picked for me, and I remember seeing this on Toonami, and it's from the creators of Cowboy Bebop. It's directed by the same person that directed Cowboy Bebop, and it has that style, and that's Samurai Champloo. Holy shit! So this is really good. God. I remember just watching like episodes here and there, but fuck, dude, this is great. If you like swordplay, if you like hip hop, kind of like Afro Samurai. Afro Samurai was made after this, by the way. The intro is great, jazz hip hop like. Basically, it's done in the Shogunate period, I think. I may be wrong. But basically, it's these two vagabonds right here, and then the girl they end up finding and end up helping her unwillingly to find this person who smells like sunflowers. And there's some funny comedy in this. There's some funny swordplay. This character, of course, is my favorite character. The taller dude with the glasses, Jin, or Gene, is his name. and stuff like that. His backstory, he takes out his this dude in this dojo, and I'm up at that point where people are wondering, why did you take out this dude and stuff like that. He won't explain it. He stops from killing this guy. He goes, just go ahead and tell him. Just go ahead and tell him. It's really good. I like it a lot. As a series so far that I've watched, yeah, this is top tier anime series back in the day. This was released. The English version was released through Pioneer Entertainment. They renamed themselves Genon Entertainment. You see that at the start of this Blu-ray when it starts. I'm like going, yeah, Funimation picked it up. Steve Bloom, of course, is a voice actor, legendary voice actor. Tony Oliver is in this as a voice actor. He played Rick Hunter in Robotech. Like I said, again, with Robotech, check it out, dude. And but yeah, Samurai Champloo, if you like samurai sword action and stuff like that, I think Johnny would like this. I think he would like this. He likes the samurai stuff like Lone Wolf and Cub and shit like that. I think he would like Samurai Champloo a lot as a series. Good comedy in this too. Drama in this too. Good, great swordplay, great animation. So yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 as a series for me. So I like it a lot. That's Samurai Champloo. So it's about damn time I just picked it up. So. Everyone's saying hi and stuff like that. And yeah, congrats, Tony, 9K subscribers. Yes, Godfather, yes. That's right. Gave him
Uncle Tony to give him a Blu-ray. 9K. Give him another 9K.
I'll give him a physical media offer he can't refuse. Just needs like a cat and stuff that he's petting and stuff like that too. So yeah, it worked out all good. But yeah, so happy. I just like, God, that's why I love the anime so much. When you have series like that, they can just draw me in. It's great shit. But yeah, Samurai Champloo. Great soundtrack too, by the way. All right, Jeff, what do you got?
So what you guys chose for me was FX's Fargo season 1.
Season 1. Here we go. Here we go.
I haven't went on to watch the other seasons, but from what I understand, each season is its own individual story.
Yes, each season is different. It's like True Detective
or American Horror Story or something like that. So knowing that this doesn't go this season, a perfect full circle story. You get a perfect resolution, good, perfect ending to the story. It all makes sense. 13 episodes. I can't remember. I watched it so quick. It was so good. I couldn't stop watching it.
Explain it a little bit on who's in it and stuff like that.
So we got Billy Bob Thornton in it. And we have Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He plays a sheriff in it, or a deputy in it. He plays a cop in it. And I can't remember the other girl that's in it, what her name is. Let me see if I can get there. She's in quite a bit of stuff, but mainly TV shows.
I think that she was guy, in whatever on How I Met Your Mother. There, I recognize. Yeah.
But yeah, Billy Bob Thornton's in this, and I mean, I usually like that guy in everything. He could carry anything,
right?
But it's basically
he can.
It's a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery, really. And he's a murderer. Billy Bob Thornton is the guy that is the
killer,
is the murderer, but he's not really he's a hitman in a sense, but he's not really local. He was just kind of in the area and was talking to somebody and decided to take the hit, kind of deal. So he was sitting in the hospital with the main character, and I can't remember that guy's name. I'm sure Martin Freeman, that's his name. He was he was in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That guy's hilarious, and he's pretty good in this too. But he gets mad at his wife, and he's actually the one. So he murders as well, but so he gets mad at his wife in the very first episode, and she's kind of a bitch to him. but she says something to him that was kind of you would say is out of line, and he's holding a hammer because he was working on something, and he just takes his hammer and he just plants it into her forehead, and and so Billy Bob Thornton overhears him talking about the sheriff and this other neighbor and everything, and then he like takes this neighbor out for him because the neighbor is like he makes fun of him because he's like, hey, in high school your wife used to use her hands in my pants at the movies and stuff like that. Like, so he even as grown men, he's still picking on this guy at the grocery store and all that.
Yeah.
So when they're in the hospital, because Martin Freeman's character, which I can't remember his name, but he gets hurt in the process of hitting his wife in the head with the hammer. So he goes to the hospital to get his hand mended. And while he's there, that's when he runs into the Billy Bob Thornton character and starts telling him about how this guy was picking on him. And Billy Bob basically steals his car to go murder this guy. So, and all that's just in the first episode. And then there's like 12 more episodes after that Very things nice. Just keep piling on. Yeah. And cops are trying to figure out what's going on. The other cop, the sheriff that's in this, and I can't remember his name either, but he was the sheriff that was in the new Halloween trilogy.
Oh, the one that was in no, he's a great actor. Yeah, he was in the Punisher film.
And he's in this too.
Yeah,
and he's in this too. So, like I said, I'm very bad with actors' names.
Me too.
They also have the guy in it that was in Ready to Rumble. He played the wrestler.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, great actor.
Something Oliver.
Yeah.
Something Oliver. I'm very bad with names, but this show, amazing. Even if you don't go and buy this Blu-ray, I'm gonna pull a caveman here, and you can call me a streaming Nazi all you want. This is an FX show, which means it's on Hulu.
Yeah,
if you have Hulu, you're paying for access to this show.
Yeah,
go on there and watch it.
They have all the seasons.
Go on Hulu and watch this show if you have access to Hulu. If you have access to Hulu, go on there and watch this.
Something only the Coen brothers could make of. Nobody else could do that. Nobody could do that. Nobody could do it like that. Yeah, you're right. It does come full circle. No. It does come full circle.
I'm going to tell you. Now I'm going to tell you, and this is going to be blasphemous. I've never seen the movie. I don't
never
have
seen the movie. It's been a long time. It's been a long time with Macy in it.
And I've not actually seen. From what I understand, I've not seen very many Coen brothers films in general. What's cool is I did get me a new one this past weekend that Basement Blues put in my hand and said that I needed to take it home with me and watch it.
Do it. You have my blessing. Take it.
That was No Country for Old Men. He told me I had to watch that one. I've not seen it. He was like, you must take this home and get this. Because we were at the flea market.
Good for that. Yeah. The ending is so good.
He was like, you should get this. I think I ended up getting it for $2 on Blu-ray. So I think I got a good deal. And everybody says the Coen brothers are great. So at least I think I'm starting off with some good ones here.
Yeah, no, you are. Very, very, very cool. Awesome review of that, Jeff. I totally agree with that. Like I said, the Coen brothers, same thing. I haven't seen a lot from them. Only two really, like I say, are Fargo and No Country for Old Men. And then, of course, the Infinity thing and stuff like that they did for Marvel and stuff like that.
I want to get that new I want to get that new Blood Simple 4K. I just was really crunched this last Criterion.
I have Blood Simple on Blu-ray. That's one I still need to watch too. That has was it Harry Dean Stanton in it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's their first film, I believe.
Yeah, that's their first. What's her name is also in that. That was also played the police officer in Fargo too. I keep on forgetting her name. She's some kind of.
Now Criterion on Barnes and Nobles, they do that in June or July. Do you remember?
I have no idea at the moment.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm hoping it's in June.
I do it like you do. Yeah, because I don't do it from the Criterion site. No, I either do it from Barnes and Noble or I'll check on Amazon to see if they match it. Other than that, mostly all the Criterions I've gotten have been on Barnes and Noble or Amazon. One or the two.
I'm hoping that sale is in June. If anybody in the chat knows, I'd like to know because I'm gonna ask for a bunch of Criterions for my birthday that's in July. I mean, like, hey, Barnes and Noble's gonna want to sell half off. I want this one,
Yeah.
this one, this one, this one.
Exactly.
That's the best time to get Criterions is when they're on that 50% off sale. You're still
Absolutely.
getting a great movie and an amazing transfer. So,
yeah, Tony loves the season 1 and 2 of Fargo. Yeah, season 2 has Chris Rock as one of the police officer in there. I think the sheriff. Yeah, that's a great season. Season 1's amazing. It's probably Ghost in the Shell 4K. I've not watched it yet.
It was a good time.
Watch the Blu-ray part of that Wild. I've seen the 4K transfer for Ghost in the Shell. It's not that great. It's very hard. It's hard to do a 4K transfer for older animes like that because that's like drawn anime. You know what I mean? From cells, not the 3D-ish type stuff that you see now. It's a lot done differently when stuff was drawn, not on a computer.
Have you seen Akira?
Yes, I have.
4K?
I have not seen Akira.
Have you seen Akira on 4K?
No, I've only watched the Blu-ray.
Because I have it, but I haven't busted it. I haven't busted it open yet to watch it.
But yeah, I would watch the Blu-ray of Ghost in the Shell there a while and tell me what you think about that because he says he's never seen it. It's in my top 3, possibly. 4K on sale. Shall
hey, Brad, I gotta calm the hell down. Don't be telling me where things are on sale at.
Mom agrees. That's a great film. Yeah, that's a great movie. That's right. We all kind of agree. Excellent. All right. So go ahead and start here with the stacks that I have up here. And we will get this going. There we go. Now we can get the hell out of here and start watching this shit. Again, this is from the same director who did Perfect Blue. That's Millennium Actress. The Bleach 4 film collection. I know Guy sent me a picture of one of the seasons of Bleach that he got. Powery, I think this is called, from Studio Trigger. Fantastic Planet from Criterion. And and Dune 4K that I got at Target for church cheap back in the day. So that's the new Dune, by the way. So.
Well, I don't know about the chat, but I'm gonna go with Dune because they got that new one out, and that seems to be the talk of the town. And I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either, but it would give me a reason to watch it so we could talk about it.
Mom says Fantastic Planet. That's an old film too. Fantastic Planet. That's done in the 70s. Phantasmat has that part of Dead Pit and stuff like that. He has that as part of his Abbey picture. Getting good exercise here. I can keep it up for a little bit longer. Holland is saying Dunes, so pretty good. I do watch The Critical Drinker every once in a while, and he saw an advanced screening of Dune 2, and he liked it.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about it.
Yeah,
I don't get to the movies too much.
Me neither. There's nothing really worth seeing in there, unless I kind of really want to see it and see how it looks like, say, on the big screen and shit like that. I've kind of.
Well, and everything just comes out so quick.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and we pay good money to have good setups at home.
So. Yes, we do. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's Dune there. That'll be one of the watches. That's good. I kind of wanted. I got that at Target, I think, for like $15 or something like that. It was a cheap 4K, so it's like hell. If you can get it for that, get it for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one alongside with you. So, did you do your sci-fi first?
Or just it's just the stacks, whatever you want to do there, Jeff. So
I'll just try to keep in line with things.
Yeah,
so
no, you're fine. You're fine, my man. Yeah, go ahead.
So I got RIPD 3D, and I will tell everybody if we get if we choose this, I'll give I'll open it up right now and give the digital code away out of it.
Nice.
Assassin's Creed.
I see that Walmart.
Tomorrowland. Contagion, the big talk of the town. I got to find out if it's worth upgrading to 4K. I've not even seen the film. So, And then the new one I added this week is Life. And I just got this.
Oh,
I just got this in Knoxville at McKay this past weekend. So it's a new purchase and everything.
Yeah, I have that same 4K. Oh, okay.
So
I'm going right now with Life. I'm going with Life.
That's my step.
Yeah, Life is.
Life. And that's like a sci-fi horror, right?
Yes, it is. Don't let the picture there at the front fool you about that film. You see Ryan Reynolds there. Yeah, he's not. Quick spoiler: he's not in that film for that long. But it's an all-star cast.
Yeah, that's what I had heard. And Jake Gyllenhaal's in it too, right?
Yeah, mom likes Life. Olin likes Life.
All right, looks like it's Life.
It's Life.
Unless we just get everybody else coming in here and tell me no.
Johnny says that you do yourself a disservice. You haven't seen it yet, so put these films probably because finally get to watch them anyway and stuff like that. So yeah, very good. Okay, stack number 2 for films. I agree with Brad on that. I highly agree with Brad.
Alien.
Absolutely.
Actually,
it's a parasitic.
had never seen Alien until it was time to do Tim Talks Talkies 70s challenge.
Yeah.
And there was no way that I could do the 70s challenge and not have seen Alien. So I watched Alien for the first time ever, like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
That movie, 45 years of hype, it's not overhyped. It's every bit as good as everybody's always said it.
It's Ridley Scott's masterpiece. It's one of his masterpieces. He's my all-time favorite
like every once in a while, you find that one film where it's like, man, everybody's been talking this up for 40 years. It's not that good, but that one was that good. It was everything and a bag of potatoes.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. Pokemon Forever, Gundam 00 the movie, Awakening of the Trailblazer, Seventh Son, and latest added to the stack, Howard the Duck.
You've never seen Howard the Duck?
I've never seen Howard the Duck.
I'm going with Howard the Duck.
That has what's her name in there too as the singer. Everyone in the chat wants to fucking strangle me right now at the moment. So Marvel character, by the way.
Yeah, before Marvel said, "Hey, we're making movies." They didn't really say that.
Well, this was back in the day during the dumpster fire days, as I call it. Where they're like, they didn't really give a shit. So they could just do that.
They were like, "Oh, you want to pay us money to make a movie? Okay."
Yeah. Right. That's Howard the Duck. Yeah, I can't get the stupid Walmart tag off of this. That's the problem with that. So that's why I'm kind of afraid to do it. Afraid I'll rip the kind of this really nice slip right here. So
it is a nice slip. Tony may have a way of doing that because
he's talked about that
off of stuff so well.
Yeah. Leah Thompson. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, Leah Thompson. My goodness. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Leah Thompson. Right there, Jeff. What you got for series?
Oh, Wild Wrangler. Thanks, buddy. I like that poster too. I just grabbed that at Orbit last weekend. It was the only one they had in stock. And then the very next day they decided to announce the 4K. So now it's the talk of the town right now.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing movie. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Great soundtrack too.
Yeah. So we got Teen Titans Go to the Movies. We got Rise of the Guardians.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
We got Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet. That's what it is. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Spies in Disguise. And then a new one, my new one that I'm adding in, I got from Wilkie, Corey from Wilkie's Music Movies. He gifted me this.
Mutant Mayhem. Oh.
So yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I figured it'd be a good one to watch with the kids. Because I love the Turtles anyways. Nice. So, and Corey said it was really, really good. So He does it.
Reed has seen it. He likes it a lot. I'm going with Rise of the Guardians. I have that same Blu-ray. I really like Rise of the Guardians. That's from DreamWorks. It's really good. Yeah, I'm going to lose the boat on that, but Rise of the Guardians is highly underrated. I mean, dude.
Yeah, I've wanted to watch it for
really
years.
Good one. Yeah, badass Santa Claus. So, Mom wants turtles. Holland wants turtles. So, looks like turtles. Corey, of course, because he's like, yeah, I got that for you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Looks like it's turtles, my friend. Yeah, Mutant Mayhem. Very good. That was directed by Seth Green, right? Seth Green, not Seth Green.
Seth Rogen. I believe he is.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
I believe he wrote it. I don't believe he directed it. No, he didn't direct it, but he is on here as a writer. The story was by him and Evan Goldberg, which is crazy because they're the same ones that used to do all the raunchy comedies like 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up, and so those guys just shifted into making movies that about characters that I loved growing up. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. So my series are Japanese animation ones here. Now I'll keep it simple. Just added to the stack Gurren Lagann from Gainax, Violence Jack from Go Nagi, Star Blazers 2199 Part 2, The Slayers Revolution R, and another one from Go Nagi, Demon Lord Dante.
This will be a heavy stack.
It's because it's an old school box.
I'm gonna go with Gurren Lagann.
It's one of the last Gainax series that they did. I've heard good stuff about Gurren Lagann. Yeah, Wild wants the Slayers. Yeah, that's part 2 of the Slayers, the newer Slayers that they did, or the Slayers as it's called. Slayers is a fun anime, like sword and sorcery comedy, but then it can get dirty serious like really quick. So, and Violence Jack is what it says it is. It's ultra violent. So, Slayers. Okay. Slayers. Yeah, cool. Thank you all. Yeah, looks like it's the Slayers. That's very good because I've seen part 1 of this and stuff like that too. So very cool.
Yes,
check out Slayers.
Yes, we need to update our outdated TMNT Blu-rays.
Yes,
I've had that same set the entire time I've been a dad. That's a long time now. The Blu-rays are old.
Yeah,
old and crispy. I could use a 4K of it at least 89 or 87. The original.
I want a 4K of the 90s one. I love that film a lot. I saw that as a kid. It's dark. It's gritty, dude.
And you know what?
Great.
And you know what? They can pull a Psycho 2, 3, 4 on me and say, hey, you get all 3 Turtles movies, or you get
Turtles
none.
movies. Turtles in Time was actually a pretty fun film from when I watched it and stuff like that.
Like I know that everybody's like, oh, I wouldn't want 3. You know, if they said, hey, you get all 3 or you get none, guess what? Give me all 3. I just want them.
3 is better than 2 a little bit, but 2 is just nostalgic, dude. The fucking Vanilla Ice and the baggy pants and Go Ninja Go and all that shit. Super Shredder, dude. That's every 90s kid's dream with that. Where the first one was like going a fan rant about that. It's like 1 is so dark and just that scene on the roof where Splinter tells Shredder who he is and stuff like that. He just takes off the mask and then he goes, now I'll show you for what I did to your ear. And just, it's so good. So the good oops with the flipping trash compactor in the back of the thing from Casey Jones. Yeah, it's really good. So go ahead and show off your picks and why you got those films to begin with. And never mind. You still have to do. I
gotta do my TV shows real quick.
What the bleep?
You did yours, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Time to calm down. Let you just do it.
We got Stargate.
Hell yeah!
And if you guys get me started on this one, I might just binge through the whole series. It's only 3 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Michael Ironside was in the last season, by the way.
Roller Girls. Now, see, I never watched Sequest, but I remember it being on TV. I remember my dad watching it in the 90s, but I never really sat down and watched it. I was more of a Babylon 5 kid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Class from
That's the new one from
spin-off of
Doctor Who. Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, it's a spin-off of Doctor Who. Unbreakable Machine Doll. I love this one. This is
That's
a really
nice
hardback
box thing of that. Yeah.
It really is. It's nice and thick. They don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
And then I just picked this one up in Asheville at Mr. K's record store for a pretty good price. It's the Tom Baker season 1 of classic Doctor Who. I'm a mark for New Age Doctor Who, but I'm very, very unknowledgeable about classic Who.
He's one of the more favorite.
So I've never really seen any classic.
People love the Baker Doctor. The hardcore fans really like the Baker.
So
Baker,
when I see
Doctor Who,
yeah. So when I seen that, I had to get it because I figured that it would be worth every penny that I got for it.
I'll go
on
with
Amazon.
Yeah.
On Amazon, this season goes for like $50, and they had it at the record store for $25. So I'm like, hey, half the price.
Yeah. Yeah, I go with Sequest. Yeah, Wrangler says Sequest. People are kind of looking a little bit. That's a good release by Mill Creek. They do those series.
Yeah, I mean it's nice and solid. I think my case inside. Okay, it's looking like it's going to be Sequest. I think my case inside might be a little busted because it comes in a really big, thick.
Yeah, right.
Spindle or like multi-pack.
Yeah, multi-pack.
But I got it at McKay's for $25, and it's a $50 Blu-ray set. So
yeah, it is. Yeah,
I really wasn't too upset about that. Saving half the price on it, and it's not been out that long. Like they just brought it out, I think about this time last year, and I found it in August. Like it was still a pretty new release, but I just think that there's something busted in there. But it's whatever. It's not a big deal because, I mean, it's get the whole series. But I'm excited about that. Sweet. I'll have a reason to watch Sequest.
Very cool. And so yeah, we'll just go through our picks of why we got these to begin with, why they were in the stack with Dune right here. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to see this in the theater. Everybody was raving about this. There's a booktuber I watch called Media Death Cult and stuff like that. He's a huge booktuber and stuff like that too, and he really liked this reimagining of it. This follows the book. I guess he says it follows the book a little bit more better than, of course, Lynch's Dune, which is all over the place. And I got nominated for a bunch of stuff, and this is an all-star cast, and I've heard the 4K looks really good. So saw it at Target for like $15 or something like that with the slip. I'm like, hell yeah, why not? So, what about your first one there, Jeff? We can go back and forth.
So the first one that I got here is Life. So I'm just going to be honest with you. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know who the chick is. I don't know who Rebecca Ferguson is, not by name, maybe by face once I start watching the movie. But just to be honest, I like those two. And when I was at McKay's, I was just looking through their 4Ks, and they had this for $9.99. And I just figured a $10 4K. I remember hearing good things about it, and I like sci-fi horror movies. So that's basically why I got it. I don't find a lot of $10 4Ks in my area. So if I get out and about and find a $10 one, to me that's a good deal. And I, like I said, I remembered hearing good things about this, so I'm excited to check it out.
I highly wreck that.
So it's probably a really good 4K disc.
I got my 4K at a Best Buy a long time ago. I remember just seeing it there. I'm like going, oh, look, there's an upgrade. Why not? When they actually had like rows and shit like that and stuff like that.
I mean, I just hear that Sony, I mean, I'm sure I've seen quite a bit, but the main synopsis online is people that actually like look at the discs and the quality of discs and all that. Most people say that Sony make the most top-notch discs.
They do,
which is why everybody's kind of excited
sound and everything
about them taking over for because this has got Atmos on it. I don't know how much Sony messes with Dolby Vision, but their discs always look really nice, and then the Atmos always sounds really good. So
yeah, for my other one that was all picked, Howard the Duck. I remember just seeing it at Wally World, and it was just like right there for like $20, as the sticker shows. It's kind of all retro, kind of cool. Like, I don't know, maybe keep it on there. And I'm like, cool, a slip and stuff like that. I'm like, I didn't even know they released a 4K of this. And when it gets down to 20 and stuff like that, I know this is a cult hit. It really is. It's not what you think it is. It's totally just different. I mean, shit. And I do remember on YouTube, you can look up the scene of her character like doing a song and stuff like that, and he's on the back cheering her on and all this other stuff too. And so I know it's a cult classic type of a thing. And so from executive producer George Lucas,
yeah,
pages of Marvel Comics comes Howard the Duck.
I ended up getting that at yeah. Wait, does it say Marvel on it?
The Marvel character. He says George Lucas and the pages of the Marvel Comics comes Howard the Duck, an unbelievable funny comedy about a fast-talking, cigar-chomping, beer-loving duck from a parallel universe who crashes to Earth and somehow winds up in Cleveland. So yeah, this was
because like I always liked that movie. I always liked that movie growing up. I went into Best Buy one time and I seen it, and what really drew me to it was how sleek that slipcover is. It's just nice and shiny.
You have the silver thing for Marvel on there, and really Universal. Nice so that's one of the rare ones where it's Marvel and Universal. So you got to remember that, because Neymar is a Marvel character that's under Universal. So I think he still is. So it's kind of weird how that works when you say. I forgot when time this film came out, but yeah, that's that's just the story of that. See it cheap enough and stuff like that, and you get it with a slip. It's like, why not pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I wouldn't even have noticed the movie, but the slip was so attractive. Like, it was kind of shiny in the store, and I looked down, like, oh, that's Howard the Duck.
Yeah, Howard the Duck. So just to talk about the series that we all picked for you.
So the next one was Ninja Turtles. And this one, I've been wanting to see it for a while, and I have access to it on Paramount and everything, but I try to watch physical as much as I can, and I like the Turtles. I'll probably even still at some point get this on 4K. The issue that I had with 4K was the fact that if you bought just the standard slipcover, you didn't get the Blu-ray with it. And I don't have a 4K player in all the rooms in my house, and my kids utilize my collection as well. So that's why I never really dipped on getting just the 4K at first. So I'm okay with having this one and getting to finally watch it. So I'm thankful that Corey gave it to me, because I was holding off on getting that like pretty expensive steelbook, because if you buy the steelbook with the skateboard on it, I think you get the Blu-ray and the 4K, but that's the only way to get them bundled. So I was holding off on like waiting to spend like a lot of money.
Yeah, because Walmart has like it's like a proper NECA figure of the skateboard, which I always thought was kind of cool. But I'm like going, no, I have no room for it. I can't do it.
So he saved me the price of spending that on. I mean, I might still get the steelbook if I end up watching the movie and really liking it.
Yeah.
But I was about to drop $40 on a blind buy just because I wanted to make sure I got both formats. So Corey really helped me out by at least giving me the opportunity to get to watch it. And I'm just a big Turtles fan. I mean, I am a 90s kid. You're not a 90s kid and don't dig Turtles most.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a 90s kid too.
Most everyone I know knows who the Turtles are and digs
There's a difference in age, but yeah, I'm a 90s kid. So it's like, totally agree. Turtles all day, I mean, and like I said, if it's a fun film, you can probably watch that with your youngin. So I mean, it'll probably work out.
Well, I mean, there were so many different Turtles series, because like we had the one from in the early 90s, we had the one rolling over from the late 80s, but then they had one on Fox in the early 2000s, and it's like almost every generation kind of gets their own Turtles too. So that's been really cool, because it's something that like everybody can kind of talk about, and it's at least a cool series.
Yeah, absolutely. So the series that y'all picked for me, I know you don't know a lot. Everybody in chat don't know a lot about anime except for maybe probably Wild, which is always cool. So it's always cool when you just do a blind kind of pick for me. I appreciate that. But the Slayers Evolution are, so this is part of the ongoing series of TV, of TV series seasons and a couple of OAVs in like one film. So basically, the Slayers as a whole follows this character here, Lena Inverse, a sorceress who happens to have a skill called the Dragon Slave, which is a very destructive spell that she uses. If you want to watch anything on the Slayers anime, watch Slayers Next. That's the best one, where there's like I said, it's a sword and sorcery anime. It's one of the better ones done during this time in the 90s, in my opinion. But this one basically follows her just doing her quests and all this other stuff with her band of groups. A swordsman that follows him, Gowry, has a sword that's made of light that Lena wants. But, of course, he's that tropey character. He's voiced by the voice of Brock in Pokemon. You'll recognize his voice when you hear it. All-star cast of voices. Zelgadis, another one that's with him, who's kind of like a golem. A spell was put on him by this person right here, Rezo the Red Priest. Basically, the story follows. They're just going on their quests, and then this character, I forget his name, follows them, asking for their help with something like that. And where the season I watched leaves off, this character right here, of course, the tropey anime maid, is holding a jar that holds the soul of Rezo the Red Priest, and she wants to bring him back because he's the only one that can be able to help her, I guess, with what's going on. So, of course, I have the first part of this one right here. Just never got to the second one. I love the Slayers as a whole. Love the series. Love the characters. Like I say, this is a comedy, but then it gets dark real quick. There's stuff that just make you cry laughing, and then it just gets dark like real quick. So it's really good. But yeah, that's recommend that to anybody who likes anime. That's the Slayers. So that's the reason why I kind of got this stuff anyway. That was a while back. Like you said, stuff that's been in here for a while. When they started, of course, this is Funimation, when they started bringing out these kind of thin packs and stuff like that, which I don't mind, but, it's all the way it is. So let's see. My favorite Doctor, John Pertwee, Third Doctor. Yeah, like I say, there's been a lot of doctors. Yeah, there's been a lot of doctors. I can't wait for a review, Jeff Duckworld. Yeah. And then, of course, 87. Yeah, my gen. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was born in 79. So, but yeah, I love the film and stuff. They used to show on HBO. They used to do a docuseries on that beforehand, talking about the film and stuff like that, how it relates to the comic graphic novels and the comic book, which is extremely dark, where characters die in the comic. Like, you're like, damn, holy shit. So it's like really, really good. So, yeah, we got our picks up, and yeah, just great stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us on this Something Geeky in Our Collection, episode 4. We keep on doing good and getting better than ever, and just a great idea that Caveman, me, and Jeff started thinking about and stuff like that, bringing him in here. Got these awesome films that we have not seen that we have just stacked there, just sitting there waiting for us, just watch us. And, it's a great idea and a great fun time for have us watching these awesome films.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it because it gives me a reason. It gives me motivation to watch things that I've already bought, rather than getting the FOMO of getting new things. It gives me a reason to watch things that I've already had the FOMO over. Like, I was so scared to make sure that I didn't miss out on this particular release, but now it just sits on the shelf because I got it, but didn't find time to watch it. So now if I throw it in one of these lists, you guys give me the motivation to watch it. So that's exciting for me.
Absolutely. And just thank you again for everybody that came in the chat to say hi and just vote with these awesome films that we're going to watch. And they appreciate our opinions on that. Really appreciate it. I'd like to thank Wild Wrangler, Corey, of course, Brad, Johnny Boutique's Label, Tony, of course, Mama John Doe. It's all just great to see everybody here, Texas, just everybody. Thank you all for coming. It's just a great time and just a fun time that we all do. And we'll see you hopefully all in another 2 weeks, Wise. And we'll have another showcase topic film to talk about. Be something geeky, something anime, or something cartoony, or just something really cool that I know you'll probably all like. I'm Chris. I am Chrissy the Slasher Dude. That's my boy Jeffrey over there, JDJ. If you can, sleeping bag the subscribe, slash the like. Go ahead and juggalo the subscribe for my man over there, Jeffrey, and yeah, it's sub to him and like all of his videos. He's doing great content and stuff like that. You have anything planned for future content there, Jeff?
I am thinking about sitting down and looking at my camera and making me a little video where I just kind of talk about last weekend, my retrospect. I don't really want to do a pickups video because, well, I picked up quite a bit of stuff and I don't really want to sit here and talk about all that stuff. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'll probably have a small stack of movies that were recommended by other people in the community, because I actually got to have people physically hand me movies and recommend them to me.
Yes.
And that was something that was really special for me, and something that was very special for me to experience. So I'm thinking about making a video talking about that. It won't be anything super long, but I'm thinking about doing that. And then on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, I'll be on Bob's Blu-rays channel for his big return for tournaments. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what the tournament is. And I didn't know exactly what was happening when I said, yeah, I'll do it. But apparently I chose my team, and it's going to be me and 5 other people. And we're going to go against Mid-Levolution, which will be Ken, Tony, and Bob. And they're going to change up round to round what we're pulling for. Like, we have to maybe pull this particular actor.
Oh, that's going to be
and it has
great.
to be a 4K movie or something like that, or a Blu-ray or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure. It's gonna be off the cuff, because I think that people were starting to say that those tournaments and stuff were rigged. And I will tell you that this one coming up is so unrigged that none of us really know what's going on, except for the fact that I chose the 5 people that are on my team. And the only question I asked that got answered was, when he said that we were going to do a tournament, I asked, is it a tournament of knowledge or a tournament of collection?
Yep.
And when he said it was a tournament of collection, that's all I had to base my team on. So we got some great people in there on that stream. I would just keep an eye out for Bob's Blu-rays channel. I believe that's going to be at 8 or 8:30 on Tuesday. But Bob is back, and Bob's coming back strong. I think he's going to start doing every Tuesdays again for a little while.
Blu-ray Tuesday.
And trying to get everybody kind of get back into this live streaming a little more often, because
very cool.
It slowed down there for a bit.
When I did it, it's a great time. I like the competition and stuff like that, and it keeps me busy. So I don't mind that at all. Very cool. And it's always cool to see you, him, Tony, Mid-Evolution and all that stuff. Specifically Tony. If I'm betting everything, I'm betting everything on The Godfather. So very good.
Yeah. Very good. When I found out I was going against them, I was like, well, I could have both the other people. Like, I could have Bob and Ken on my team, and we'd still have a hard time going against them.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But Tony's just so humble, and it's always a fun time with him. I just like sitting in there and chit-chatting and basically shooting the shit with everybody, because that's really what we're doing. I mean, it's a little bit of a competition, but it's all in fun, and everybody has great movies and great collections. So it's not really a competition; it's more of like a celebration of physical media. Is the way I look at it.
Yeah, it's just fun. Very, very cool. Yeah, I can't wait for that one, Jeff. That should be a good one. Me just Reed, what's going on? Just saying, what's up for everybody? A spicy 4K action going. Check out his channel, dude. He has a great channel. Good for him. He's getting his sub count out too. Awesome. He deserves it and stuff like that. He's doing great stuff over there. So yeah, definitely go over to Reed's channel and slash that like, or as I say, put the doctor's glove on and dissect the subscribe. So anyway, thank you, awesome people, very much. You all have a great evening. And you know what? You just stay geeky, everybody. We'll see you all next time. You folks take care.